Stand to McCorders, and welcome back to another episode of RogueTech as we get into the campaigns of Howl's Harrows. And last time we met the Hollander from Hell. It, walked up and annihilated two of our mechs, including the very valuable and very well-equipped brigand, which now we don't have a double E. Oh, there are so many things that have become pain because of that single moment in time. That mission could have been amazing, and it still kind of was. We got some really nice salvage out of it, but we also lost a ton of gear, really good gear that we kind of can't replace at the moment. So we have decided to leave. I had to completely rebuild two mechs from scratch. We had to take so much time in order to do that there was no point in actually hanging around on the planet. So I figured we may as well start marching in slowly towards the front. By the time we actually get there, maybe we'll actually have our reputation up with Tortuga enough that we'll actually be able to ally with them and actually start out helping out with missions somewhere, some way. Also, by that point, maybe we'll actually have a lance. So it has been quite a while, and we have a brand entirely new lance. However, once again, we are in need of absolutely everything, because everything was put into this lance. So, in order to get things rolling on that, eviction. Yard, the local government manufacturing facility on Uskolin is an illegal intrusion into our territory, and a cover for military personnel and units. Our efforts to resolve this through diplomatic channels have been rebuffed, and so now we're turned into a military solution. The facility must be destroyed. This will be 417 party salvage, 96,000 Zeebles and a half skull. Yes, we're back down to half skulls while we sort of tune in this brand new lance, which, a little bit different from what I would normally field, but hey, the needs of the moment. Alrighty, so let us view the lance. We have Mockingbird in the Hachi. I don't know why we're starting to name our mechs after Draconian Combine names, but it just sort of has started to happen. Apparently, there we go. He is equipped with an MML and an SRM6, and I actually spent a little bit of extra time remodifying that. So basically, he's packing discount javelin. He also brings a pair of machine guns to the fight for a little bit more damage since he's slightly heavier, fairly well armored, and hopefully will not die too easily. Although apparently he's missing a couple of missile launchers, and you have some autocannons on board, which is an interesting addition to the mech in general. But yes, so the Hachi is the first of our mechs, fairly fast, as you can see. I wasn't going to just sit around with 060 engines. I decided that was not going to be a thing. The Paladin is in the Urban Mech, which has yet to be named at this point. It is basically a discount Jenner. It's got 4 medium lasers. It has a Beagle active probe somewhere, I think in the head or something like that. It's got a Beagle active probe in this thing. In order to give him additional sensor capabilities, he's our primary scout. Howl is in the Phoenix Hawk, and it is the only mech that has not changed at this point because, well, what would you do to it? I could throw the XL engine on, but that would just give me enough room to add on more armor since I don't have enough heat in order to do anything. If I completely modified this thing and gave it a gun of some description, that might work out, but I kind of like to prefer to keep it on the current energy loadout that it is. It flies, it does okay, and with any luck, I won't need to modify it for a little while longer. And finally, Jester in the Shadowhawk, which has been modified with the MML 15 RSC. Now, the reason why I put it on this is because the Shadowhawk is less likely to get killed. I did see the suggestion, although after the fact, after I had built it, of putting the MML on one of my urban mechs and using it as basically just the twin SRM6 setup that I had over here. I would increase the firepower by basically an entire SRM6, and it's a fast, nimble mech that moves very quickly and early on, and I can use it with breaching shot. Aside from the breaching shot thing, I had thought of that too. The problem that I came up with was that the Brigand had all of my really cool gear on it as well, and the Brigand got just flattened in one hit. And so out of fear and wanting to be just a little bit safer with my incredibly rare and very difficult to replace piece of equipment, I put it on the Shadowhawk instead. But the suggestion was fantastic to put it on the Hachi instead, because that would have really given it quite a bit of firepower. It was basically almost 3 SRMs, so it was basically an SRM 18 pack almost, and you could use breaching shot with it, which the breaching shot angle I had not thought of, and that's a really good angle, and it's kind of making me reconsider, but really I'm terrified of losing the very rare and very difficult to acquire equipment at this point. So it's currently on the Shadowhawk for safekeeping, since the Shadowhawk didn't actually lose any arms. In fact, it barely took any damage in that battle at all, which I'm only a little bit salty about. Alright, let's get the Hachi moving on forward. Hachi means bee, by the way. Bumblebee. Well, not specifically Bumblebee, but bee, because he's got all the SRMs and machine guns, so little tiny stingers that poke at you. That was the thing there. I need to come up up with another name for this urban mech. So far, my other urban mech, the Usagi, yeah, everything's getting named apparently with Draconis Combine names. I have no idea where that started. I know where Usagi started because it was hopping like a little bunny, and I figured, oh, the antennas, it looks like rabbit ears. That's adorable. Let's just call it that. But bunny isn't cool enough, so let's go Usagi because that's slightly more lame. But hey, so that's what we decided on. And then I just decided to continue with Hachi. So the third one needs a name as well. It is equipped with 4 medium lasers. It's Discount Jenner. I may just call it Discount Jenner. There may be no point in trying to name it something special. The Phoenix Hawk can come right up here, and we have stumbled into the enemy. Hey, look! It's a Jenner. And also Harasser. Harassers are missile tanks. They have 2 SRM-6s in general. We're going to blast the Jenner. It's more dangerous. It's faster, and if I can core it out, I can actually get 4 medium lasers out of that thing. We've also identified a Striker. I'm not super worried about a Striker. Let's get our Discount Jenner to fight his Discount Jenner, or I could sprint to get even closer. And that'll give me even better chances to hit with other people because that will allow them to have more accurate sensor readings. 43%, 37%, yes. Oh, he also has a tag. Is this the Clan Light tag? I forget. I think I found a Clan Light tag. So blasting him. Ouch! Apparently we managed to hit him in the head. He's got 4 of 9 injuries left. Can I get the Hachi in? Or should I? No, we'll get the Hachi in. Sprint! Move forward. You're not in cover. That would be the one spot you could go where you would not be protected. And 43%. So this Jenner we're just being super accurate on. I think I'm going to set up to my listen kill ones. I don't have a lot of these, but if I can use them, they're currently still attached to the Javelin. The Javelin is still a fairly solid mech, so I decided not to sell it. I did sell the Brigand because I can't do anything with the Brigand anymore. So yeah, it's a super light mech. It's not particularly powerful anymore now that it's lost all its really good gear, so I cannibalized it for other people. I do have a listen kill. Oh yeah, I put his listen kill on this one because I wanted to make sure this one had a little bit more firepower. So fire the cannon, which I think hit, and then the listen kills, we've apparently blown up his lower leg. So that's lovely. Actually, if I could kill his legs, that'd be ideal. Jenners are really good mechs, and a 35-ton mech would not go awry in this current lance. I could take one of the urban mechs and swap it out. These are urban mechs in name only. Oh, they've got larger engines. They're basically full-on scouts at this point, which is great. I mean, it does mean that they're very useful. Oh god, is that a Calliope? That looks like a Calliope. We're about to be shelled by a lot of missiles, aren't we? Which is why we're all in cover. Harasser moving forward, very evasive. Striker also shifting around. Gonna lob some missiles over towards the urban mech. Nothing managed to connect. I do believe he's actually in the electronic countermeasure. Oh, that's what I forgot to put in. I don't think I put in a ECM system in any of these urban mechs, and that was kind of part of my plan. More incoming missiles. Nothing managed to connect, although there is a mech off there in the corner. What are you? I do not recognize your silhouette. It's a hammer. Huh. I know the hammer hands, but I wasn't quite aware of the hammer. I suppose we're going to have to get up close and personal and hopefully blow him apart. I want to steal this Jenner. This Jenner has good hard points. It's got 4 energy and a missile. That is solid. I can do something with that. Heck, I could put the risk MML 13 or 15 on it, and I might be able to come up with something really interesting on that one. More incoming damage. Oh, this time the Hachi just got nailed. Okay, it was an ACM protection, but I suppose they're starting to burn through that. Even more fire coming in. A whole bunch of misses. Nothing managed to connect on that one as well. And more shots. Jeez, it's like they just want to kill him. Why? Why do you hate him so much? What did he ever do to you? We're going to basically run up to this harasser and murder him.
Enemy structure damage, Commander.
Ah ha ha ha! They shot themselves. So that's lovely. Hopefully that doesn't send anything off to make them, do more stuff against me. I could kill the Striker, but what I think I want to do is just murder the harasser. Right here, right now. I really shouldn't be using this particular mech for this job. I should be using the listen kill ammunition ones because they're more guaranteed to hit. So, Hachi, would you like to just swoop on in here and end this guy entirely? That'd be lovely. Give him a target. Ooh, I don't want to use the listen kills. Set these to 3. Because I believe we can fire 3 times. Fire once, twice. Twice at maximum accuracy. The 3% is worth the additional shot. I don't want to use my listen kill up so much, but I'm gonna. And somehow we managed not to kill it. Still incredibly evasive, which is a bit of a problem, because I needed that harasser dead. I don't want to have to deal with it moving forward, and I assume this Jenner is going to come swooping in at maximum speed very shortly. Striker moves up 15. Now the harasser's moving on out of the way, which means he's very evasive, and I got to get my Shadowhawk up forward again to protect him. Otherwise my urban mechs are going to get steadily burned down, and they cannot afford that. So they need to be supported. How soon does Shadowhawk move? 13. Oh god, you're going to get shot by a lot. Jenner's coming back. He wants the combat, and he's going to open fire with everything. Managed to get a couple of good hits on the Hachi, which is not great. Hopefully I'll be able to maneuver the Shadowhawk in before anybody else gets to do anything. We're still on phase 15. I need 13. Well, Howl's going to be able to move before that. Striker shifting along, and also just laying into the Hachi. Oh, they want that mech dead. I don't know why they want it dead so much, but they do. Actually, no, I have an idea. A lot of shots and not particularly great armor sounds like a perfect thing you want to have killed. Since you're here and I'm accurate, fire. There goes his leg. Okay, now he's vulnerable. And he's knocked down and panicking. I think he has like 5 injuries to start with. So, yeah, I'm not too thinking that I'm going to be able to kill the pilot. Yeah, he's got 3 left. And fire coming in on the Phoenix Hawk from the hammer. Doesn't look like anything managed to connect. Once he gets line of sight, that may change. But for now, we're able to work on this. Jester, you get your butt on up there. You get within 160 meters right this bloody instant. And you target this Jenner. We're going to go for the leg, just in case. Maybe I'll be able to take it out. We'll go with the listen kills, because why not? And the X-Pulse is in range, which is cooking us a little bit, but that's okay. I think we killed it. Both legs destroyed, and I don't know if we killed it or not. So we did destroy the legs, but I'm not really sure how things are going in terms of whether or not we saved it. I do think we saved the center torso, so that's an SRM-4, and I did see that the left torso did get destroyed, which is unfortunate because that left torso had 2 medium lasers in. Oh no, it's the arm, but same difference. So the left torso took out the left arm along with it. We got to keep our mechs somewhat bunched together, which is somewhat unpleasant, but we need to stay within the electronic countermeasure suite. And a little bit of fire. They appear to be flattening their own buildings, which I'm very happy to see. Howl, you don't need to be protected quite as much. You could just walk up and stop, but it's a terrible chance to actually hit. 43 if I shoot, so I will also be within a direct line of sight of a turret, which is not acceptable at the moment. Later on, maybe, but right now, no. I'm going to show off the large laser. That was the point of this build. And miss all 3 times, because why not? That's unfortunate. That is very unfortunate. Mockingbird. The Hachi is in a fairly decent position to do something, if the Hachi could see it. You are... Oh, that's the front anyway, so it wouldn't really matter all that much. I can maneuver right up to about here, slightly closer. As long as I don't see the turret, I'm happy with that. That'll be good, I think. So we'll shift right on up here. Make sure that we have a line of sight on this. I don't want to use the listen kills, but I'm going to make sure that I can kill this gosh darn thing. How much armor do you have? 34. Yeah, I need the listen kills. I don't want to use them, but I have to. You're still not dead, Howl. Paladin, can you please end this thing? That is all I desire. Your accuracy here would be 43%. I don't want to risk that, because you're going to shoot my friend in the back. I'm very, very concerned about things like that. We're good on heat fire. Thank you. Okay, so I was excited to get a little bit worried about we wouldn't be able to do that. Alright, so now we have taken away their eyes at this moment, because I don't think the Striker actually has us in line of sight. Nope, he's pulled back. He's got to lob some long-range fire onto the Shadowhawk. Shadowhawk should be able to start cooling down over the next few turns. I don't anticipate the small X-Pulse is going to be within range. So, Jester, get back up and protect everybody. Everybody, I say. Yeah, I think I don't want to do this, but I'm going to try it. Give me the Calliope, shut off this. Listen, SRM's at 71%. 8 times 15 is a number that is high enough that I don't know. Could fire normal SRMs. 76%. You know what? I'm going to do that just to keep the heat under control, or just to keep the ammunition under control. Quite a few shots nailing home on the Calliope. He's going to be able to turn fire, but I am under ECM cover, which is helpful, and I'm in cover itself. So next turn, we will be able to knock out this turret unless they pull in too close on me, and then I'm going to have a very bad day as I try and fight through this entire little surround they've got going on. I don't want to get much closer. Ow. Lots of ow, but this mech was designed to take the ow. And we do get the damage reduction for being in the forest, which is helpful. Nobody is too close to him. I hope that they won't find things. And yes, they're still annihilating their buildings. So that is very helpful. As long as they keep doing that, we'll have a fairly okay day. But we do need to destroy the rest of the turrets. Most of the base's garrison is down at this point. I don't think the garrison's going to be much larger than this. It is only a half-scale mission. So I think the turrets plus the garrison is probably what the difficulty is set up for. But I'm not positive on that one, so don't quote me. If I move up here, I'll be in range of the light rocket turret. I'd rather not be. So let's go kill this Calliope. Hello! Darn it, I was not right. I risked it in order to get extra accuracy, and it is not going to go the way that I wanted it to. Oh, they got a mortar turret. That's what all the light misses have been. Fire your medium lasers. You do 100 damage. Or actually, no, you do 80 damage now because the medium lasers got nerfed. So that's unpleasant. The hammer is shifting around. Going to start shooting a mech. Of course it will, because it's exposed compared to the rest of the lance. They are all within the ECM bubble, so why not? But Jester will be around to support that. Lovely. And I'll just set myself up to hopefully not shoot my urban mech buddy as best as we can. We don't want to cook, so we'll turn the X-Pulse off, and we'll keep firing normal SRMs into him. And heatsink double destroyed. Okay, we're working on it. One more fire ought to be able to take it down. Although I really, really want to get that heat back under control, because right now it's a little ridiculous at the moment. 20%? Really? Are you kidding? No, that can't be right. It wasn't, but still not great. Fire! Okay, a couple more hits. Another double heatsink destroyed, which is somewhat unfortunate. I want to raid all this stuff. Mockingbird, you're the last one up. You will also be the first one in line, but that should be okay. Your MMLs... Your systems should be dead fires. Yeah, dead fires are the way to go, absolutely. And in fact, let's ratchet up the machine gun bursts. We don't use them all that much, so we may as well try and get as much out of them as possible. Fire! And the dead fires, the Bloodhound XL. I think we may have jammed a couple of machine guns. Or not. I don't think we did. That's lovely. Shadowhawk starting to take some fire. Really, all of these guys are very vulnerable to multi-attack at the moment, just based on their positioning. We got to start knocking out these turrets quickly. That's the mortars, which are affecting everything. We're going to swing on down, take on this light rocket turret, then we'll come over for the mortar turret, then we'll come over for this light rocket turret. Although it looks like they're still just shelling the crap out of the base, so that's lovely. So I do need to wipe out all of these things, though. Please, keep destroying your base. That works out grandly for me. They've almost taken a third of the health off. Paladin! Yeah, you're going to shift down over here. And in fact, I think I kind of want to run you down so you're even closer, just to make sure that you're in point-blank range. Although that will reveal you to the light rocket turret, so that's not going to fly then. Alright, so we'll move right here. You'll be in reasonable range. It is in placement, so it's not exactly moving. For a rocket turret, you have an awful lot of ballistics. Fire! You missed most of that. What the hell? No, seriously, what was that? You should have had... Yeah, the machine guns are hopelessly jammed at the moment. Yeah, I have dead fires, which I'm going to use because you need to die quickly. Okay, oh, we got it. Good, lovely. I don't know what all those ballistics were about, but that was an awful lot of ballistics for, well, a rocket turret. Do I shoot and scoot? I mean, it's fairly decent accuracy, actually. So, just cause a little bit of damage and move on? Or better yet, go listen kill. I do have listen kill ammunition, right? Am I out of it? Wait, really? What? LRM, SRM, that's... Yeah, I'm apparently out. Okay. The X-Pulse laser is also in range for 50... Yeah, it's not as much as my missiles, though. So we'll fire our SRMs, get a couple of hits on him, make him a little bit, hopefully unsure. Then we'll fall back. Probably should have spent a round just chilling out so I could have an easier time wiping out the next turret, but we're going to take what we can get at the moment. So I'll shift on. I could get a shot on the striker there, but I'm not going to bother with it. Could sprint, make myself exposed. This will chill me out, though, most of the way, so I'm okay with that. As long as I'm not seen by the rocket turret, I'm reasonably okay. So we're going to move the lance behind the base. We're going to work down another turret. This does put us on the low ground, and we do have incoming air, so that's going to be somewhat unfortunate. Missiles all over the place, raining down in the middle of the forest, but detonating on the trees themselves, which is very helpful. So, acting as our own little missile shield, this Ripper, though, is somewhat concerning to me. I think that's the hammer, but it could be more reinforcements. I mean, there's nothing really stopping it from being more reinforcements. If I can get on top of that mortar and wipe it out. Hey, we got a Saladin, which potentially has an AC-20, or an Ultra AC-20 if it's an even more advanced Saladin. So we've got pain incoming. We want to take... Thank you. Please keep flattening the entire base. And here comes more mortar shells. Looks like he didn't manage to hit very much, which is good for us. Because, you know, the scattering of mortars is not very pleasant. Howl, you should have a target, and it should be relatively easy to hit. Because it's not moving. I mean, one would imagine. Mortar turret, yeah, has this... Oh, only a single mortar and a whole bunch of machine guns. That's actually kind of sad for... Well, I'm not going to complain. After all, we're struggling to just work our way through this current setup, so it's not like we can complain too much. And if their Ripper is a bomb bay, we're in trouble. We're in so much trouble. Let's come up here. Hopefully this is some accuracy I can put down. Not particularly. I'm not going to use that. We're going to use a Type 3. Dead fires are off. I want the listen kills so that I can have just a little bit more accuracy. And a couple more hits. Structure is exposed, so Paladin can now come in and hopefully wipe it out. Is that accuracy for the turret? It should be. All right, Paladin, please. Medium lasers. Medium laser him to death. It wasn't to death, but it's pretty gosh darn close. Jester, I think you're going to be needed to finish it off with your SRMs, and hopefully you're going to be able to pull that one off. Because if not, we're about to get shot at by, well, it's only 2 machine guns and a mortar, but still. It's also the fact that it's spotting for them, and I don't like that. It gets very unpleasant. Gets very unpleasant very quickly. Shift on over. Give me a look at... Oh, for goodness sake. Okay, we're just not going to shoot anything this round. And we're going to have to suffer getting shot at. Brace! Chill out. Allow us to alpha strike later. So we can be super accurate and kill all the things. Incoming fire onto the Hachi. Hachi is still being covered by my electronic warfare, it looks like. So that's nice. I wish there was a more obvious icon for it, but that's just me being... whatever. We got an Urban Mech R5. Not particularly familiar with that variant, but there are so many Urban Mechs now, it's very difficult to actually keep up with all of them. And an up-armored Saladin, because the normal Saladin wasn't enough. Although I think the up-armored Saladin only has an AC-10 instead of the AC-20. Oh, the mortars this time actually being accurate, mainly because I'm visible to them, and so they can be more accurate, which is painful. Unless they're not. I'm not sure what's going on, but lots of machine gun fire scattering all over our mechs, trimming through our armor bit by bit. We're actually starting to run really gosh darn low. Howl, take aim at the mortar turret, please. Fire everything. Maybe shut off a single medium laser. It's got at least 200 health. Fire bloody everything. Make it hurt. You missed 2. With your chances, you missed 2. Sometimes, Howl, I think that maybe you're not cut out for missionary work. Alright, we'll slip on over here. We'll go heat critical, but that's okay. Next round we'll be able to chill out, I think. Paladin, you can jump because your mech has a ton of jump jets. Actually, no. Can you shoot? Yes, you can see the mortar turret. Give me that mortar turret. It's almost dead. Fire everything. Roger that. Buzz, and okay, we took it out. So that's been taken care of. We got 3 turrets of the 4 down. The last one is a rocket turret, and I'm gonna bounce out over here because I'm apparently trapped, and I don't want to be. So that will heat us up rather considerably, but that was part of the mech's design, is it's capable of handling those kinds of heats. I did take the jump jets out of this mech though because, well, it wasn't worth it anymore. If I just fire the SRM, I'm going through SRM ammo really gosh darn fast. I really should stop doing that. We'll fire the X-Pulse. It's reasonably heat efficient, and it'll cause a little bit of damage. I don't want to, waste too much ammunition. These are very, very light ammunition mechs, as we can see right here. I'm just about to run out of listen kill ammo, which is obviously not ideal. I'm going to save all of your ammo, actually. It's just not worth trying to... That's it. Turn you back on, set you back to 3. And brace. We'll flatten the buildings with energy weapons. It'll be safer that way. That way we don't have to worry about running out of ammunition when we actually need to use it against our enemies, which we still have a whole bunch of them. We've got 6 enemies plus the turrets, 7 in total. The turret, I think, is still pretty dangerous. It says it's a light rocket turret, but it's got 1,010,000,010 ballistics, so it might actually be a mortar turret of some description. The Saladins have me very concerned at the moment. Shadowhawk is taking fire, but they don't have a line of sight on me anyway, so they're just shooting at sensor blips, and I've got an electronic countermeasure system covering me. Striker shifting on forward, also going to contribute to the fight. Still not managing to connect with anything, which is lovely. Although I do think we did take out the source of the most amount of damage that they've been doing to themselves so far. So I do need basically the entire lance in order to take out a turret, which is kind of sad. Oh good, you're a missile one. So it looks like he's got missiles on board that up-armored Saladin rather than actual weapons, which I mean an AC-20. Because that, I suppose, is an actual weapon of a description. I don't want to rush out of cover. Because look, it's shot at a lot. I don't want to be. But it might be okay. I am going to be revealed to the Urban Mech. But I think I might be able to make this work. Okay, so do we know what the Urban Mech has? He's got 2 ballistics, and he's got a ton of heat sinks. I can't fire both of these, so I'll fire just the SRM-6 on that and set this back to normal, the MML back to normal. So the SRM-6 is going to fire the listen kills, the MML is going to be firing normal SRMs. That'll bleed that dry, and we'll fire everything we got into the light rocket turret, and not be particularly accurate while doing it. But maybe I'll be lucky and I can kill it. Paladin, you bring your Conqueror around. Alright, let's get, hopefully everything. Light him up! And we did get through the armor, so it is now vulnerable. The question is whether or not I can actually either kill the structure or crit something enough to actually wipe it out. The Ripper is shifting well off the screen, which is good, because I don't want that Ripper anywhere near me at this moment. It can come for me later, but for now, just stay away. Okay, we can't get close enough, but we can provide ECM protection. I'll continue to plink away with my X-Pulse laser, allow it to do a little bit more damage. Howl should be able to get in range. The question is, how much damage will Howl be able to do? Actually, Howl will not be able to get into range, which I suppose is not the worst thing ever, unless I jumped. Oh, this would be an invitation to overheat. I don't think I'm that desperate, though. That's the problem. Or maybe it's not a problem. Yeah, you're going to shoot me. There's just nothing I can do about that, but I will sprint to be in position for the next turn. And I will not shoot at the building because I'm just going to get the heat back under control. Taking out this building is going to be probably the last thing we do. I mean, unless, of course, the Shadowhawk spends another round shooting, and then that might happen. We're back under the ECM umbrella, which is helpful, but now they can possibly get a line of sight, and we are right nearby a turret. And I don't know what ballistics this turret has, but it could be a lot. Striker's starting to shift around. They are splitting, which is good, but at the same time, we're being caught in a pincer. So if I can hit the one side hard enough to annihilate it before they can coalesce their forces, we might be able to get something done. Okay, Urban Mech R5 with his 2 rifles. At least I think they're periphery rifles. I'm fairly certain that's what they've got. So nothing connecting on that one. We got an 8Q, that's triple PPC. Looks like he managed to nail us, and structure exposed. Okay, please tell me that was not an important location. I don't really have non-important locations because, well, these Urban Mechs have special equipment all over the place, which is, oh, it's a leg. I suppose that's about as, you've got a lot of machine gun ammo in that leg, and the Saladins arrive, which means that we've got to abandon the position. It is the up-armored Sal, maybe not. It's got a big ballistic in it. Oh, Saladins are dangerous. If I get him beside him and just blitz him with medium lasers, I still can't kill him. If I got behind him, yeah, same problem. Jester can't get a shot unless he shoots through somebody. Sprint! Jester's gonna get a shot if it kills him, which it might. I mean, that's always an option. Hi. That's really good. That's not nearly as good. Alright, you're gonna take out the turret. So, not gonna fire the... I don't want to fire the AC-10. I think I have to. Yeah, we gotta make sure this thing goes down. Fire everything. Okay, this thing's probably not going... Oh, you did. Okay, good. Just enough. I didn't want to fire the AC-10 because I wanted to keep the recoil under control. Alright, now Paladin, that means you can focus your fire down on him. Which means you're going to fire everything. Oh, this is going to leave you so exposed, but your Urban Mech, I suppose, is about as armored as I'm going to get. Who else can see me? The Hammer, who's been firing missiles all match, and the 2 Urban Mechs. I'm going to have to rely on my evasion at this point. Hi. Buzz him. Okay, he's not buzzed, but he is target acquired, which means Mockingbird can hopefully come around. I don't want to pull you out of cover at all. We will protect you by shifting you to face in this direction, which could lead us to getting shot at quite a lot from behind, but I'm taking what I can get at this point. All SRMs back to on. It's not going to be... Oh, great. It's hit the front, too, so his front armor's almost out. Ow. Yeah, I know. I know you got shot in the back. It's kind of required. And you will also... position yourself in such a way... Of course, again, it's the front. Fire the side! Okay, we got it. So, I think that was an AC-20. There's an up-armored Saladin somewhere else out here, but I don't think that was it. I think the up-armored Saladin is somewhere around here. But the Striker and the Hammer... So, yeah, there's one more mech running around out here. Yeah, the Hachi's getting nailed because it's from the side, and all I'm being covered by is electronic warfare at the moment. So, I think the Hammer hit... No, the Ripper! Oh, duh! Okay, so it was an up-armored Saladin, which I don't think had the weapons system. And you're a normal Ripper. You've just got 2 medium lasers. Hopefully you don't have a bomb bay to go with it, because otherwise I'm going to be in a lot of pain in a very short period of time. I think I'm going to lose the leg on an Urban Mech. I do think one of my Urban Mechs will probably go down soon, unless I can pull back into cover, or, you know, dive on top of something and just annihilate it. Alright, here comes the AQ. Duck! Okay, good. Both of his PPCs managed to miss. He's the most dangerous thing on the field at the moment. So he's got to die next. But he is cooking himself, which is very helpful. At least we're not dealing with any of the base turrets at the moment. And you have twin rifles, which let's not ignore that. That is a very dangerous piece of equipment still available to him. Mockingbird. You can get to him. Can't leave you out in the open. I just can't. I have to go for it. The trouble is he's got snubs, which means moving close to him is just going to make things hurt worse. It's got to be done, though. Get up close and personal. Hi, buddy. Machine guns. I want these set up even higher. Just blasting machine gun fire all over the place. I don't think it hit where I wanted it to hit, but hey, we're working with what we can get at the moment. Sprint. Can I get a side angle? I want a side angle so badly. I don't think I'm going to get it. All right. Who do I see? Do I see that Ripper? I do. Oh, I've got a good shot on that Ripper. You have shoot and scoot. Absolutely. So, I only have... Now my listen kill seems to be working. Fire! Okay, good hits. We have penetration. So, Howl might be able to work that out. I kind of don't think so, but it is a possibility. Step into the water, and maybe get your heat under control.
Waiting for orders.
Paladin, we'll also shift over to the side. Paladin, can you sprint into his back? Because that'll be acceptable as well. And again, you're also getting awfully gosh darn close to the Urban Mech. We're about to have point-blank Urban Mech combat, and that's always incredibly dangerous. Structure exposed. Howl does not see the Ripper. Okay. So Howl will shift on... Oh, can I get a direct line of sight in the water? I can. With fairly decent accuracy, according to this. I think it's the tag. I'm going to cook, but I'm going to cook. Okay, so now they're starting to fire around over there. So now we got to suffer through the return Urban Mech fire, and they're in more pristine condition than I am. Yes, I've managed to hurt this Urban Mech, but I haven't managed to kill this Urban Mech. Okay, good. He's targeting the Phoenix Hawk with his hammer. My two medium mechs can handle a little bit more trouble. So if they focus shooting on them, I'm okay with that. The Urban Mechs are starting to get really ground down. They're only 30-ton mechs. They're well-armored 30-ton mechs, but they're only 30-tonners. So please keep focusing on my mediums. Okay, the chaff and the blinding cloud and the target acquired and the sensor scrambled really sucks because I kind of need the large laser accuracy. Ow, nailed the right side of the Hachi, but I think the Hachi was still at full armor. It's... Wait, no, the Hachi is the one with the missing leg. Urban Mech getting shot at, more PPCs going down. Luckily for us, I think most of that managed to miss. He's got to be boiling at this point. And he's shut down. Oh, I've got to go for that. I've got to go for that. Howl. How's your armor? Your center torso is nearly cored out. Oh, but he's sitting still. He's got nothing. He's got nothing. Oh, you just have a line of sight on this. Shoot him. I mean, yeah, it's like I don't want to shoot him in the side. I want to shoot him in the front. I want to shoot him in the front, amazingly enough, but that's where we want our damage to come from. Accuracy is good. Yeah, the line of sight is not exactly the most clear, but make it happen. Fire. Okay, there goes his right arm, which took out a heavy rifle. He's not exactly dead. That was not great. Okay, Jester's got to hang around. So I was kind of hoping that I wouldn't do the exact same thing, but I suppose I had to push just as hard as he did. Hi, Hammer. You look like a mini archer, don't you? Lots of fire coming down on the Shadowhawk. Shadowhawk should be more than armored enough to be able to handle what's incoming at him. After all, he's a medium. This is kind of his bread and butter. Oh, it's so good of a shot. I can't not take that. Target me. Him. Go for... Oh, he's got so much good gear in that center torso, though. Go for the leg. Everything's on. And his structure exposed. I'd like to seal his double heatsink kit if at all possible. Shutdown override, so we're good on that one, but we can't really risk much more on this. Do you have a shot on this side? You don't. You'd have to move for that shot. Which I can take. I have the armor for this, right? I hope. I so hope. Go for that leg, 71%. Take out the leg. Take out the leg. Did not take out the leg. He isn't steady now. But we're not going to be able to take him like I wanted to. I wanted to be able to rob this guy. I want to rob him blind. I need to protect my left leg. Which means I have to... Ooh, I actually can't turn to see him there? It's very odd. Okay, that'll do. Alright. Turn like so. Give me an Urban Mech, center torso. Do I have on you dead fires? Do I not? Oh, they're there. Oh, duh. That's what I've been messing up. Alright, so we've got dead fires. They're going to be firing into his back. If this works, he's totally dead. It did not work. And we created the double heatsink, which is not great. Able to turn on next round, but it's going to be a little bit rough to actually get him. I'm so disappointed we didn't kill this Urban Mech. Okay, more chaff rounds, which is not great. So Paladin's Urban Mech is going to be suffering a little bit, trying to actually manage to hit anything. And these two mechs are just on fire. Oh, you kicked me. I suppose that's the best thing that could have happened. Okay, he's turned back on. His override was successful, so he's back rocking and rolling. I've got to get my heat under control. So, you are going to shoot again, and then you're going to scoot. Target acquired, but it did not kill the leg like I wanted it to. We're going to shift on over here. So fast, it's lovely. And Mockingbird, you've got a similar situation going on in here. He's so close to being dead. Core him, please. Okay, we got him. Yes, we lost a double heatsink, but I can't afford to have this guy back online. Too dangerous. You can swing well on back. Need to protect that leg to keep you away from that hammer. Howl, it's turn on time. Okay, your mech is back online. Lovely. And Jester. Jester's going to have to split the difference of everybody. But he is cooking as well. So he's going to get right up front and personal. Actually, no. This is his... Oh, it's his wrong side. Yeah, get right up in front and personal. Let's go for the melee combat. Okay, that was good. He's not dead, but it was good. And heat is back under control. You hit the arm. Of all the things to hit, he hit the arm. Had he hit that center torso? Dead. Had he hit anywhere else? Dead. But no. Alright, hammer's going to keep moving up slowly. Start firing on the Phoenix Hawk, which is not moving, but at least it's active. I think you get a bonus to hit if the mech is shut down. So at least we're still active, we're mobile, and we're able to take some fire. We've got 3 enemies left to go. So it's the Striker. Wait, where's the Ripper? More blinding flares.
Reporting. Minimal damage.
Did I shoot down the Ripper? I didn't think I had. It's the Striker, the Hammer, the Urban Mech. Huh, I must have shut it down, and I totally forgot about that.
Yes, Commander.
Your back is not open, but if I come to your right side, I can core you. Or I could just, kill you from here. Can I kill you from here? I actually cannot. So I will walk. I need to get... Ooh, if I did something like that... It's not ideal, because my left leg is towards the enemy. So obviously not ideal. But if I can hopefully spread the damage well enough. Hi, buddy. Oh, her dead fires is just doing so good as cleanup, which is great. Which is kind of the point of the Hachi. Like, listen kills in order to get them under control, and then you use the dead fires for the cleanup. And it's working out remarkably well. You need to get on the move, but probably not going to be shooting this round. I doubt it. So large laser off, medium laser off, medium laser off. Yeah, you're not shooting this round. So you're just going to brace it up. So a little bit more damage production going on. And Paladin, you're amazingly in okay condition. I don't want to leave cover just yet, but maybe I need to. No. We're going to stick close to our electronic countermeasures. We're going to keep utilizing that, and we're going to start providing our sensor services. Yeah, it's spread all over the place, but we did get a hit with the tag, so the tag will make that easier. I need him to move earlier on in the round, so something to keep in mind is that Urban Mech needs to have a higher tactics pilot to make sure that I can provide that tag for everybody else in the following round. Okay, more fire coming in, but the Phoenix Hawk is armored for it. Oh, it's okay designed. It's not amazing, but it's okay. Target. Oh, you're not facing the right direction. But you are under control. Shift down over here. Oh, this is a Shadowhawk. Never mind. So I want the... Yeah, I kind of want the Striker dead. Just to pull it off the field. Because this guy I want to pick apart. So let's give him a shell. Hey, we hit him. And quite a bit of damage onto the side of that. I hope it's the side anyway. Or maybe if it's the front and he's got no more frontal armor, that'll work out as well. And I'll be able to do some fun things with that. Cross your fingers. And yeah, he's presenting his other side now. Missiles all over the place. He did manage to hit me. So it does look like he's casting target accuracy ones. So the Striker is supporting the... the Striker is very much supporting the hammer. Good accuracy. Better accuracy on him, though. Oh, I want to take him... I want to take him intact. Structure exposed on the front. Okay. Hachi probably isn't going to have a shot here. Just a guess, but I don't think I've got the range for this. I've got normal machine guns specifically for a reason. Apparently my MML is capable of reaching out and touching people, which I'm going to take advantage of. Fire some missiles. Hey, got another penetrating hit. So bit by bit we're working this Striker down. I want a little bit more fire down on it to kill it. You are going to shoot. Cannon off. MMLs only. Give him the love. Oh, I'm running out of listen kill ammo. Alright, we got the Striker down, so now we can start working down him. I want the water. Put me in the water. So now we can start hopefully bleeding this guy dry. Sprint. I kind of want to go here. so that next round I can be aggressive. So let's figure out which direction he's going to figure is the most important. I've kind of placed him out as bait. See if he takes it. He did not. He went for the Phoenix Hawk. Okay, that works. So now he'll be able to cut around. Next round, he'll be up close and personal with the hammer. And the hammer's only, what, 30 tons? Yeah, it's only 30 tons.
What's up, boss?
So if I can make this work, which I think I can. Shift out over here. Still in the water. Shooting up. I don't want to use listen kill. The reason why I don't want to use listen kill is because I wouldn't be able to get the full salvo out. So I'm sacrificing 6% of accuracy, which kind of sucks, but I'll be hit him with a cannon. Took out his left torso, which is not the plan. I wanted the leg.
Yes,
I very, very much wanted the leg. Okay, you're gonna do...
move order received.
I wish I could more accurately fire this.
Target destroyed.
Well, that wasn't the plan, but he's dead, so...
Down.
Maybe we'll be able to steal other stuff. I hope the listen kill ammo survived or something. I don't need to cook. Especially not for this target. In fact, invert that.
Affirmative.
Okay, first building is down. We take out 2 more, and we've got this whole thing in the bag.
Orders?
Paladin, your flank ended up not being necessary, but thank you for trying it.
Heading out. Full speed.
This urban mech is chill. It's a great little discount genner. So the heat is manageable. The tag is helpful. I mean, it's a good, solid little mech. I'm happy with that. I'm reasonably happy with Hachi.
One less structure.
Yeah, I think Hachi will be okay. The Phoenix Hawk, also, it's solid for what it is, which is nothing special. But then again, it's a Phoenix Hawk. Without a whole bunch of extra equipment, I can't really turn it into anything special just yet. Although we will be working on attempting to do that at some point soon. Just sprint. I don't want to... I'm not going to mess with all of the heat problems that are inherent to that mech. Mockingbird also. I'd like to get gem jets on the Hachi, but I would need more stuff for that. So.
Orders?
Alright, Jester can't see it, so Jester is going to reserve. So I can get Howl out of everybody's way. And she'll be able to see the final structure. Don't a large laser, she has a chance to kill it. She does 100 damage if everything hits, which it did. Okay, lovely. So hopefully, I mean, this was 8 units plus turrets. Maybe there's a lot of good stuff here. Maybe, hopefully. For a half-skull mission, that was actually a lot more brutal than I thought it was going to be. So, yeah, the numbers really kind of working against us on this one. Increase in all the payments. We're up to 100,000, which is helpful. Hachi took a little bit of a penetrating hit. Almost took out the leg. Lucky for us, it didn't actually go through and murder everything. The Paladin server mech took a couple of shots from behind. So everybody took some damage, mostly from the mortars. And everybody also managed to cause a little bit. Alright, I could get the hammer. Oh, his XL engine exploded. Interesting. The Jenner 7K. What? Upgrading to ferrofibrous while removing half of the armor. Same protection while allowing space for case to protect the SRM4 ammunition. Why just pull out the SRM4? Okay, so it was an AC-20. I'm feeling a little better about taking him off the field with all of my efforts then. 6 medium lasers, which I think I'm in need of, right? Yeah, that'll put me up to 9. A PPC Donald, which probably came off the 8Q. SRM 6s. Oh, I have 1. This is not, obviously. This is like the wish list at the moment. 245 rated fusion core. I don't know what I'll do with it, but it's a thought. Okay, fire control primitive, no. Heatsink, no. Doubles, lots of doubles, but no. None of the double heatsinks actually survived. Ugh. That was frustrating. That we actually killed it. LRM listen kill ammo, which is interesting. Is there any SRM listen kill ammo? I'm also running low on SRM ammo in general, which is not great, because actually finding the ammunition is just as difficult, it seems. Could try and go for most of a hammer. I mean, I can't build it because I don't have the rest of the hammer, but it would be nice to pick up. But I don't think I need to focus on that right now. I think the focus has to be on equipment. And this will stock me up well. This will help stock me up well. The PPC, 45 heat, yeah, I can't manage it. The PPC is too much heat to manage at the moment. AC-20 is interesting, but I don't think I have a mech that can use it properly. I mean, I could turn it into an R60L, but that's not an urban mech I'm interested in fielding. Shadowhawk could go up to an AC-20, but that's relying way too heavily on a ballistic, which this early in the game is not a great idea. Grenade launcher, no, they do almost no damage. They're really not all that good, it seems. So they are immune to AMS, which is interesting, but I'd rather a much larger mortar than a grenade launcher. So yeah, 10 damage. It's 1 ton for 10 damage, but then you gotta figure it's half of a medium laser. Medium pulse raker. That might not be bad. I mean, that'll give me enough to have 2 of my rakers again. LRM 5, absolutely not. They're too heavy. They don't do anything good. Cockpit basics, I don't need those at all. Internal combustion engines, I don't want. Artemis 2, I need the Artemis ammunition to go with it. Is there Artemis ammunition to go with it? No. No, there is not. So if there was Artemis ammunition to make work with that, then it would be in consideration, but there just is not. Energy fire control system I could use, but the heat starts making that a little bit more difficult to pass. And again, heatsink double, heatsink double, heatsink double. None of these are kits. Right. Yeah, this will get my stockpile back up to an okay place, and the 245 engine's interesting. So I got all 4 hammer parts. Nice, and a Jenner part, so that's helpful. I don't think I have enough parts to actually build the Jenner. We got the AC-20 and the grenade launcher, the LRM-17 Pirate. So -1 accuracy, has damage fall off, recoil of 1, chance to misfire, can explode for 20 damage. Like, this thing's just junk. I'm getting rid of it. 6x17. No, thank you. Got the case, which I don't know what to do with the case. 105 core. Got an Artemis 4 fire control system. Okay, so the Artemis 2 is, or 4-2, the better Artemis. Also gives you an accuracy buff. This one just lets you use the better missiles. Got the LRM shafts and yeah, SRM ammunition. Quantity 3. So we can basically run another SRM mech, which would be helpful. One thing I kind of half am considering doing is pulling out that MML, but the MML has just better range. Does less damage though, because it can't fire that 6th missile, which it needs in order to deal as much damage. So there's that sort of working against it. But it is a very interesting weapon system. The Shadowhawk I'm not entirely happy with right now. It can't really alpha strike everything. The cannon kind of, how to describe it? The cannon conflicts with the rest of the weapons. Because the cannon takes up a decent amount of heat, and that X-Pulse laser. But then again, that X-Pulse laser is purely in there as a backup. It's designed to say, hey, I'm out of ammunition, just fire everything. Alrighty, so 41,000 in order to patch up the Urban Mech. We will, of course, pay that. It's 23 days. Really? 23 days? We took that much damage? Everybody took some damage, but it's not that bad. The Shadowhawk needs 9 days. Yeah, I guess we just hang out in orbit. I mean, there's not much I can do about it. So Jester, all my people are back on duty. None of my mechs are done yet. Just goes to show how badly damaged we've been hurt. I want this one up front. Just to get the more dented mechs on repairs earlier. Yeah, we'll reduce the fans. We lose 10,000, but we keep the morale from going away. We're kind of sitting not great on cash at the moment, which, you know, is obvious and not particularly fun to deal with. Okay, we've got our mechs back. Let's go check our barracks to make sure our mech warriors are capable of rocking and rolling still. You can get a guts, which is a heat thing, right? Yep. So I'll take that over the increased tactics, which just at this level will give her less minimum range. None of our mechs use minimum range right now, so it's not a concern at all.
Yes, Commander.
I'm your
All of our pilots are good.
Yes.
The B team hasn't seen missions lately, mainly because we don't have enough mechs to field a B team anymore. Oh, do need to do a quick check of storage, because we did get a Jenner. So none of yeah, Jenner doesn't have don't have another Jenner. I did go through and sold off a couple of the lighter mechs. I didn't steal the mongoose because if I get a mongoose, then it might have a whole ton of loot on it. So just in case, may get rid of the spider. Anything basically under 30 tons I sold. And then we have our special mediums, which we need to get our hands on again. All right, let's see if there's a nice, easy contract. Unfortunately, there are very few contracts that don't have us fighting the Tortuga Dominion, which I don't want to do right now. I want to make friends with Tortuga. I want Tortuga to like me. There is this one. It's an assassination mission, but with 12 minutes left to go in an episode, no. Gonna do a quick check on my urban mechs. So the Usagi, unfortunately, is just too gosh darn slow. It has a 60 rated fusion core, which allowed me to mount a couple of light rifles onto it, but that's just terrible. So I think for the last 12 minutes, let's see what we can do if we tried to rebuild. So first things first, we're going to rip out those light rifles at 7.5 tons. I do think the Usagi, yeah, I still have my engine XL. I didn't use it because I didn't want to use it. It would make the mech too vulnerable to damage. So you have 4 ballistic. It's tempting. It's so tempting. The rotary is 12 tons. And you're 4 tons. You're like... So that fits the rotary. Just not the ammunition for the rotary. I mean, it's so tempting. It's incredibly tempting, but I can't do that. I have to then lean into my energy armament, which I have a snub. So, a snub-nosed PPC. Oh, machine guns. Duh. Or grenade launchers. Mortars. I've got a lot of mortars. Mortars are super heavy, though. If I had more grenade... I was like, oh, no, I don't want grenade launchers. Grenade launchers terrible. And now it's like, you know, grenade launcher actually works pretty well to just sort of fill up the slot. Hi. Do I have... I could buy a machine gun, which I'm going to do. I can buy unlimited ammunition now? Yes! So I finally have unlimited ammunition on basic weapon types. Could buy a Donald PPC Plus. I mean, I'd really be leaning into that point. Oh, unlimited ammo for normal stuff! Oh, that's so... I love this place. I love this planet so much. An exchanger. Oh, just... 300,000. Can I just... I have to. I need an exchanger. I have too many mechs that are toasty. Critical fire control system? Okay, so that's some interesting gear there. Yeah, so... Oh, never mind. I had light machine guns, not normal machine guns. What can I do with you? You have 4 ballistic slots. I'm going to turn you into ultimate artillery mech. I have 12.5 tons, but what we're really going to do is we're going to go on to engines. We're going to pull out the 060. Give me a core, and I'm going to give you a 140 rated fusion core, which puts me 1 ton overweight. So I can't actually fit that. But part of this is because I've gone from an 060, which has a -8, to a 140, which has a -5. So I get to pull off 3 heat sinks. And now that puts me at the right heat. Or actually, no, I had 6 heat sinks, so I get to pull off another. So I'm 3 tons, still on the positive, with a snub-nosed PPC. It's kind of tempting to go a light PPC on top of that, because I can almost fit that. I just need to find another ton in order to make this mech actually really work. Heat problems, of course, would abound, which is not ideal. Got a big hole puncher followed by a whole bunch of machine guns? Or just a single big hole puncher and just jump jets on top of that. I can put in 2 tons of jump jets, but that brings me down to a single ton of stuff left. I kind of want to do machine guns as a backup. Like, I'm not a huge fan of machine guns, but I'm finding myself having to use them a little bit more than I'd otherwise like to. Oh, ammo. He doesn't have a support slot for the light tag, so I still have this clan light tag, which I need to put on somebody. It's a half-ton tag, which is great. He doesn't have M-Pod space. We don't have thunderbolts. He can't fit any missiles. Flamers, I've only got 1 slot, so flamer's kind of pointless. Let's see. Medium pulse raker. I kind of want to save this. I mean, this puts me almost up to my brigand level. And then, of course, I've got the brigand's old ER medium. I can't fit the mortar. The mortar's 5 tons. How heavy is an autocannon? It's 6 tons for an autocannon too, right? Because this is 8. Yeah. This is 8. That's 6. Then the AC-10 jumps up to 12, and this is 14. And the rack is 12, which makes it as heavy as an AC-10. Which, you know, in order to do that, it needs to hit 3 times. Pepper box? No. I can't hit the weight anyway. I really think the machine guns might be the way to go. I'd rather have something to complement the snub. How heavy is this thing? 4 tons? I mean, I'm cooking and boiling at that point, but no. Pull this off. So we got 9 tons of mech. Let's build from the ground up. Let's not try and build around a weapon just yet. Let's build around equipment, because we've got a lot of equipment. So we'll go equip, jump jets. I want full jump jets on this thing. So there's nothing you can put in the center torso anyway, so we'll put that there. And then a jump jet on either foot, just in case we want to use some ammo. We've got some room in the feet. Let's see. We have mask, a warfare suite. Warfare suite. So we turn it into an electronic countermeasure mech. Basically another Jenner. So this would be the same as the urban mech. Huh. I'm not sure. No, it can't be, because I've only got 2 energy hardpoints. But it has 4 tons. What can I do with 4 tons? I can remove the warfare suite, of course, to give me the full 7. I don't have any armor or structures, but I do have some cockpit stuff. So we'll go with the fire control energy, because I think we're going to lean on that energy for the lack of problems. Sensor recon. And standard and basic. I don't want those. Cockpit basic. We've already got a normal cockpit. See, we have a normal cockpit, right? Just cockpit systems. Basic cockpit piloting systems. Basic sensors. Yeah. So these are the stock normal ones, right? I don't know the difference between these two. So I'm going to assume this is... Yeah, we're just holding these in order to... In case we run into a primitive mech, we can put them on there. Doesn't need Artemis. He's already maxed on jump jets. So at this point, we've got 4 tons, 2 energy hard points, 4 ballistic hard points. Clearly, we're not doing big ballistic. We can't. But I could do 2 medium lasers, 2 machine guns. It seems really terrible. Snubnose PPC is 6 tons. This is 4 tons. So his light PPC does 30 damage, which is less than 2 medium lasers. So this would be significantly weaker. An option that we can go towards, and I kind of don't want to do this. Wait, really? You only weigh 2 tons? I don't believe that in the slightest. I refuse to believe that that engine, 140 rated fusion core, is 2 tons. It's 5 tons. Huh. A 240 rated fusion core is 7.5. Your... Hang on a sec. No, it doesn't work. Too much weight. The warfare system might be a bit too much for it. Give me the 140 back. 140 back in there. The warfare system might be too much for it. Just on the face of things. Because it is a heavy system. It's 3 tons. 3 tons to provide all that. Basically, you're a normal R60. Yeah, if you were an 8Q, this would be a little bit easier. If I had double heat sinks, I could definitely rock and roll with the heavy PPC. Ooh, okay. How do I get that? How do I get that weight? I had that weight before. Right. So, strip these. Give me the weapon. PCs, snub as well. I need 4 tons. Where do I get 4 tons? I know where I get some of 4 tons, and I don't want to do it, but I think it might work. No. If I make it move fast, I can't equip the big ballistic. That becomes our major stumbling block. Alright, show me this mortar. Mortar will deal 40 damage for 5 tons, which is actually not bad as far as mortars go. So put that in there. In fact, if I can make 2 of these fit in here. Engines. Course. So right now we are doing a movement of 9.5. If I drop to a 130, I do a movement of 9.5. If I drop to a 120, I do a movement of 8.5. So I'm losing some on the sprint. Puts me at 0 tons. And I don't have ammunition for it. Etc. Ooh, I've only got 2 tons of ammo for it. Pull out this mortar. So I've got an air burst, which is minus 4 damage, so it'll deal 6 times 4, 24 damage. But it gives me accuracy. 4 bomblets scattered all over the target. Oh, wait, so this... 4 bomblets scattered all over the target area. Mortar gives me 40 shots, so I only need the 1. Ooh, that's an interesting... That's an interesting one. Where's that light PPC? Put it back on. Right. Okay, here's the thought. the mortar is -4 damage, but the bomb becomes 4 bombs. I don't know if those are 1 damage bombs or what, but that might work out okay. I mean, it's certainly better than what we had. It's a little bit slower, sure. What am I... Oh yeah, I'm missing heat sinks, aren't I? Put another heat sink back in. That'll help improve it a little bit, I think. Losing some firepower, but the firepower was courtesy of light rifles. Which, to be fair, I had saber rounds for it, which were increasing the damage. But these guns are terrible. So, light PPC might be a better choice. Yeah, I'm going to see if that works. The light PPC has long range, can rapid fire. I don't know what I'm going to do with this mech. I want to do something with it, and I want to keep it around to do something with. So, that way eventually I may field an entire lance of urban mechs. But that's actually going to do it for today's episode. I've been Tarek. If you like what you've been seeing, hit that like button and subscribe. If you want to see the notification every time I one of these videos, press that little bell icon, leave a comment, share the video, and I will see you all in the next episode